Hello guys, today I've been ranking the Deftones discography. I love Deftones. They're one of the first bands I ever got into. Maybe one of my favorite bands. But yeah, it was tough for me to rank their albums, especially with certain placements changing here and there through time. But yeah, I'll be going from worst to best. Keep in mind, this is just my personal ranking. You don't have to agree, but feel free to let me know your ranking in the comment section below. But anyways, at the bottom I have Gore. Now, this album and the next album, my ranking do go back and forth sometimes, but for now, I'm going to have to put this album at the bottom. But again, I do like all their albums, but this album has to be at the bottom for me because compared to the rest of the albums, this album just doesn't have the strongest replay value. But it does have its share of songs I still go back to today, though, like Prayers Triangles, Rubicon, which I think is an underrated song, and you also have Phantom Bride, which is another great song, and of course it features Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains, another great band. But you do have some other great songs on the album too, like Doomed User and Acid Hologram, but you get like 2 or 3 songs on the album that honestly not some of their best, like track 6 and track 8. And again, those songs are decent, just not some of their best, but again, good album, just maybe the album that I go back to the least. And next we have the self-titled. I know I might get flack for this because I know this album does have its following. But again, I like all their albums, including this one. It's a great album. Those first 6 songs I think are excellent. But you get from track 7 and on, it starts to lose me a little bit. Maybe not fully, but a little bit. But I mean, you do have the song Bloody Cave, which is an excellent song, but Lucky You and Anniversary of an Interesting Event, honestly not some of their best in my opinion. And I'm not saying that in order to be good it has to be some of the best, or I'm not saying anything like that, but I don't know, those songs just don't grab me as much as other songs in their discography. But again, decent songs though, and of course you have the song Battle Axe, which is also good. And Moana is, it's okay. Never been one of my favorites, but it's okay though. But yeah, Hexagram, maybe one of my favorite Deftones songs. Chino is just giving it his all vocally in that song. And you also have Minerva, which was a big hit off this album. But yeah, again, great album, just not one of my personal favorites. Next we have Saturday Night Wrist. Definitely a unique album in their discography. Definitely different for sure. But it still has that signature Deftones sound in it. But some of my favorites on the album are Hole in the Earth, Cherry Waves, Maine, which I think is an underrated single from these guys. You also have Rats, 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 and Kim Dracula, another underrated song. But yeah, great album, just not one of my personal favorites, but again, it is a unique album for sure. And next we have Koi no Yokan. And I still remember when this album was coming out and just being really excited, especially when Leathers came out. Still one of my favorites on the album. You also have the song Entombed, which I think is one of the most underrated songs. I mean, the vocals, the intriguing instrumentation, I don't know what it is about that song. I've always really loved it. And not enough fans talk about it, in my opinion. But Koi no Yukon, definitely a great album, definitely a great follow-up to Diamond Eyes. So next I have Diamond Eyes. Definitely a great album, and some of my favorites are Diamond Eyes, Command Control, You've Seen the Butcher, Rocket Skates, and you have the song Risk, which I think is kind of underrated too. But yeah, this album definitely still has its highlights, still has some decent replay value for sure. But yeah, Diamond Eyes, definitely a great album. And next we have Adrenaline. Now I'm sure I might get looks for putting this album this high, because I am sure many fans would put it more towards the bottom, and for understandable reasons too. But I don't know, I really like the raw production / sound in this album. I mean, some of my favorites are Bored, Minus Blindfold, Root, 7 Words, and Engine Number 9. But you also get some other great songs on like 1 Week and Lifter. But I don't know. I think this album is kind of underrated. I mean, again, I understand why it would be more towards the bottom for most people or a decent amount of people, but I don't know. Personally, I really dig this album. So next we have their big album, White Pony. Still holds up for me today. Such an excellent album. Definitely a classic in its genre, or within its genre. But some of my favorites are Back to School, Digital Bath, Street Carp. You also have Knife Party, which is probably top 5 most underrated Deftones songs. Definitely one of their most underrated songs for sure. I really love Knife Party. Always been one of my personal favorites on the album. And of course you have the big hit, Change, which still holds up for me today. And then you have the song Passenger, featuring Maynard James Keenan of Tool, Pussifer, and A Perfect Circle. And I am a big Tool fan, so yeah, Passenger, definitely an excellent song. But yeah, White Pony, again, definitely a great album and definitely a classic. So at the top, I have Around the Fur. Definitely an album that means a lot to me. I definitely have many great memories with this album, especially when I would listen to it during long car rides and stuff like that, along with other albums from like Korn or Linkin Park and some other bands. But yeah, some of my favorites are My Own Summer, which was maybe my first Deftones song. Either that one or Change, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's My Own Summer. But yeah, My Own Summer, Labia, Rickets, Be Quiet and Drive Far Away, which is easily one of their best songs. Just the balance between heaviness and melody is just so well executed in that song. And you also have Lotion, Head Up. Of course, Head Up features Max Cavalera of Soulfly, Sepultura, and Cavalera Conspiracy. Is there another band he was in? I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I love this album. Maybe one of my favorite albums of all time. I mean, it's just so good. So many songs that still hold up for me today, and there isn't a single weak song on the album. I mean, if I had to pick a least favorite song on the album, I'd maybe go with Die of the Flu, but that song is still pretty good too, but I don't know. Again, really good album. Definitely has to be at the top for me. So that's my ranking of the Deftones discography. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your ranking in the comment section below. Let me know some of your favorite or least favorite songs, least favorite or favorite albums, and all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and a like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.